You know, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many more times I need to introduce this topic. This topic, honestly, is starting to get a little bit annoying. So much so that I feel like ripping my desk in half at this point. Like, when is this gonna end?
That right there, folks, is the face of a man regretting the life choice of covering the continued rabbit hole of MrBeast. Behind that big 5 head of his, he's thinking, ah, shit. Here we go again.
Okay, cringe humor aside, because I don't want my coverage to be 100% flat, bland, and boring, we are back with yet another installment of MrBeast coverage, and this coverage in particular stems from this video made by Upper Echelon, and let me tell you something, if you thought that the dam was already busted and that things were already flooded, it just keeps on getting worse. It's like a developing hurricane going from category 1 to category fucking 69 billion. It just never ever ends. I'm also going to go ahead and bunch this in here as well because this is totally not a coincidence, am I right? We have ourselves Upper Echelon pinning a comment saying this video was removed because YouTube was openly and blatantly throttling it from the moment it was posted. Haven't had a video do that bad in years, let alone a video about a popular subject, while my channel has relatively higher viewership over the past weeks because of that subject. YouTube decided to throttle the video, so I tried again. Here it is, please share. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be surprising that YouTube would try to sandbag that video because MrBeast is YouTube's golden boy. Well, here's the thing, is that there comes a time and a place where even the biggest of golden gooses get plucked and humbled.
Well, July 24th of 2024 was also the day that a former employee of MrBeast named Dawson, who goes by the screen name Dogpack404 online, released a nearly hour-long video about the so-called business practices of this MrBeast media empire, we'll call it, focusing on illegal lotteries, rigged competitions, and other forms of unethical behavior. So far, MrBeast has not responded to any of those allegations. However, in the background, he has enlisted not one, but 2 separate law firms to file cease and desist letters. The original leaks regarding Ava Christyson's behavior online have been taken down by GitHub. Remaining footage of the live streams associated with these alleged illegal lotteries has been removed on Facebook, and content discussing the unsafe working conditions of his newest program, Beast Games, which is a production under the banner of Amazon, got shadow banned on social media across the world outside the United States. I call that a cover-up.
I would definitely say at bare minimum that is a cover-up. Like, isn't it quite suspicious that when MrBeast is suddenly getting exposed, and by exposed, I mean from every single angle imaginable, all of a sudden, things that are incriminating against MrBeast, suddenly it gets taken down, such as the content on GitHub, as well as past live streams on Facebook, and not to mention having Rosanna Pansino's TikTok coverage on MrBeast suddenly getting shadow banned where it's not viewable outside of the United States. And let's also not forget about the not 1, but 2 cease and desist orders that were sent to Dogpack from MrBeast's team. Like, someone who is completely innocent wouldn't be doing all of this shit. And I find it's way too much of a coincidence that all of this is happening and then some. But wait, we got more.
MrBeast has not responded to anything other than the drama regarding his former employee, Ava Christyson. He hasn't addressed the idea that his team members are forging his signature. He hasn't addressed the idea of running illegal lotteries. He hasn't addressed the safety concerns or the OSHA violations that are now percolating through mainstream media, or anything to do with predatory practices, underage gambling, or anything like that.
All of which are very valid and very huge. Like, these are things that you absolutely cannot sweep under the rug. But rather than addressing all of those very big allegations, he chooses to triple down by not only removing comments, calling him out and asking him for answers, but also being so petty that we're now at the point of disputing dislikes on his latest video. And not just disputing, but straight up lying about the authenticity of the mass amount of dislikes that MrBeast's video got, and for good reason too, because again, he's just keeping mum about everything and trying to go about business as if nothing had ever happened. Like, I'm sorry, you just don't do that and not expect backlash.
After analyzing this video for the span of roughly 36 hours, and after putting the puzzle pieces together elsewhere, I find it completely impossible to believe quite literally anything that the MrBeast team says or does as being authentic and honest, because they are engaging in a targeted cover-up that spans across 6 years and multiple separate channels. This right here is the 36-hour period of time where the comment section of that latest video was scraped repeatedly and archived. Green is the total number of comments posted. Red is the total number of comments allowed to remain on the video actively. Over that one single 36-hour period from August 4th to midway through August 5th, over 26,000 comments were deleted at a consistent rate, as well as in 2 very large major batches. In addition, we can infer a couple of things from this graph, such as the usage of automatic filters, which would explain why the rate of new comments very suddenly drops off a cliff, also corroborated by showcasing the number of comments containing certain keywords over time. Here's a complete list of the comments, by the way, where you can see things like this, showcasing that all at once, for various keywords and phrases, dozens or even hundreds of comments will disappear in close proximity to each other. For example, comments simply containing the word script were suddenly mass deleted. Comments containing the word fake were mass deleted as well.
Now that graph right there is just a further demonstration as to where MrBeast's priorities seem to lie in comparison to the bigger fish that need to be addressed. Like, imagine going out of your way to filter through thousands upon thousands upon thousands of comments and cherry picking the ones that you don't like because all they want is some answers from MrBeast. Like, is it really that bad and that offensive that you gotta censor them? Really? I also find it funny how apparently fake and scripted are trigger words for those comments to basically be auto-banned. I find that very suspicious, that for a channel that prides themselves on authenticity and stuff like that, they all of a sudden get right offended and they decide to sweep all the scripted and fake comments under the rug. I mean, if you really truly were authentic, you wouldn't even be bothering yourself with those type of comments. However, there are merits when it comes to those words fake and scripted being thrown around. And to put a finer point on the words scripted and fake, I will link you guys to a video that Briz made, The Many Sins of MrBeast, YouTube's biggest fraud. It is a really good video, very well made. I definitely recommend you guys give it a watch. It will be linked down below.
This right here is a video from 6 years ago where MrBeast decided to tip delivery guys $10,000. I have my gripes with his social mannerisms and the things that are actually done and said here, but if you scroll down, there's a jump in the most recent comments from 10 days ago to 1 month ago. All comments from the entire month of July were purged from this video. But the question then becomes, why? Well, the answer is pretty simple. They were purged because they said things like this, quote, "Damn, the Shadman poster is actually there," end quote, linking to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Interesting. There's a lot of these, by the way, for anyone who's curious. They were targeted and mass deleted as soon as they began showing up. What's even more interesting is that if you go to an archived version of this video, you'll see that the length is 12 minutes and 48 seconds. However, the current version on the MrBeast channel is 10 minutes and 26 seconds. Here's why. At roughly 9 minutes and 30 seconds in, as stated in the comments that were mass deleted, a portion of this video was cut out that showed the team in a living room, and on the wall, sure enough, is a Shadman poster. The same poster that Ava Chris Tyson bragged about making a centerpiece of the living room. MrBeast went back to a video from 6 years ago. He deleted an entire month of comments, as well as stealth-edited a portion of the video out to hide things. The only word I can think of is cover-up.
And this is where things really start to kick up into another gear, because now we have ourselves stealth cover-ups, i.e. going back all the way to content like 6 years ago and cutting out anything that would incriminate MrBeast in a negative way, such as the example with the whole Shadman art. Now, don't get this twisted. Nobody is perfect, okay? We all have our past. We all have skeletons in the closet. But it really doesn't make you look good when you are, especially when you are in hot water, going out of your way to quadruple down and cut out and hide anything that is incriminating against you, because you're already being exposed as is for really serious allegations. So trying to go out of your way to hide shit is just further not giving you a good look. And again, it also shows where your priorities are lying. You're not caring about addressing the allegations. You're caring about trying to salvage your image by ignoring everything, moderating comments, lying and debating about dislikes, and also taking things in past content out that would otherwise incriminate you further.
Here's a complete list of the edits made to the MrBeast videos over the past couple of months for anyone curious to go look for themselves. This is all the stuff they're trying to hide on a plate for you. Also, here's a graph of the past few weeks, at least, to visualize it. And let's just do another one. Tipping Uber drivers $10,000, 11 minutes, 13 seconds. But an archived version is 12 minutes and 37 seconds. Once again, the section missing is a sponsorship from Quid, filmed in the very same kitchen, overlooking the very same living room, showcasing the very same poster from Shadman. This one is funny, by the way, in a very twisted sense of the word. I spent 24 hours straight in prison challenge. Current video, 13 minutes. Original video, 14 minutes and 51 seconds. What did they remove? Well, they removed a roughly 30-second section where Jimmy says to the camera, "Probably shouldn't break the law because being in jail sucks." And then a section where Jimmy describes how he would hate to go to jail for a few years. Also some parts about Chris's butt and how Jimmy expects to see it all over Twitter as a meme. And then a part where he asks Chris Tyson, if you were to ever go to jail, what would it be for? Which is an odd thing to go back and edit 6 years later. But I think you're starting to get the point, because the MrBeast channel is going back more than half a decade to stealth delete all sorts of content and associations, as well as tens of thousands of comments to cover up whatever they can.
Okay, I had to let that one play out a little bit longer than what I would have liked to, so I apologize, but holy shit. You have got to be kidding me. So we're not just talking one video or a few videos where they went back and did some stealth editing. Keep in mind, all the way back from 6 years ago, but there are many more videos that they have stealth edited to try and cut out anything that incriminates them. Like, honestly, I really shouldn't be shocked at this point, but you know what? Somehow, some way, I keep getting more and more shocked as this saga develops. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is absolute insanity here.
MrBeast has multiple YouTube channels, and one of those channels, publicly, appears to not have any videos on it. Except it does. They're unlisted videos. And August 1st of 2024, after the controversy started, that channel, once again, shout out to Hoboon, who is an absolute fiend when it comes to archiving data. As of August 1st, that channel pulled down 4 unlisted videos. These 4, we have them right here. One of them is a fragment of the live stream where the alleged illegal lotteries took place. This one starts right from the beginning with a stone-cold statement by Jimmy that he will be signing the t-shirts, but he'll try to convince his team to sign them as well. And sure, it was a different stream where his team accidentally showcased that they forge his signature on the merchandise, but there is a reason that they are making so many stealth edits to all of their content and pulling down pieces of evidence across the entire brand. The only word that makes sense, any sort of logical sense here, is cover-up.
Cover-up and guilty. I mean, why would you be destroying evidence otherwise? Like, that's something only someone who is guilty would be doing. Like, seriously, let's exercise some common sense in this situation, okay? Like, you don't have to be a MrBeast fan or a MrBeast hater to understand the huge scope of the situation and understanding the nuances all in between. And when you begin to connect the dots, when you begin to put the pieces of the puzzle together, it does not paint a good picture. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. However, I'm gonna warn you guys that I have a feeling that we are not yet out of the woods when it comes to this saga. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions about what we discussed and showcased here in this video? I always love to hear back from you amazing legends in the comments down below. And that's it for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, remember to always stay humble, and avoid soying it up like a Wojak. I'll be seeing you guys next time.